Mambo vipi wana SNS? Kwenye Access conference hapa kumekuwa kuna discussion tofauti. Miongoni mwao ilikuwa ni conversation ya Heather Maxwell ambaye tuko naye hapa. Yeye anatokea Marekani lakini ni mtangazaji kutoka Sauti ya America, Voice of America. Amefanya conversation na Show Majozi, imekuwa nzuri sana. Kwa hiyo tungependa pia kuzungumza na Heather kuweza kujua mazuri zaidi kwa sababu yeye ame-specialize kwenye muziki wa Afrika. Heather,
yes.
It was a nice conversation with Show Majozi right there.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. So you are specializing in African music.
Yes.
Why?
I love it. That's
What's so
why.
special about African music?
Well, number one, music I love.
Oh, yeah.
So I've always been a musician. My family, we grew up, we had a family band, so I always connect with things and people and places through music. So when I was a young teenager, I was curious about the world of music, and African music just reached my soul. I don't know. I liked the variety, I liked the rhythm, I liked the way people made music from what I saw, and decided at an early age, I want to be there. I want to be in Africa. I want to experience it. I want to do it. I want to know it. And here I am, like 30 years later, doing the same thing.
30 years?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I started when I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but,
Oh, yeah?
but I started it when I was in college. And I think I was 18 the first time I went to Africa, Ghana.
Well, Ghana. Okay.
And I studied at the School of Performing Arts and Dance there.
But you also lived in Mali.
Oh, yeah. I spent most of my years in Mali.
What were you doing there?
I was a Peace Corps volunteer. Do you have Peace Corps here? It's U.S. government. They send young people over, and we live in the villages for a couple of years, and we try to help with whatever development projects are going on.
Okay.
Anyway, that allowed me to live in a village for 2 years, the only American. So I learned Bambara, I learned French, I learned the pace of life.
Do you speak fluent French?
Bambara?
French.
Oui.
Okay.
Et Bambara aussi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so today during your conversation with Show Majozi, you
Yes.
sang a Swahili song.
Yeah.
I just want to know, where did you learn that song?
Oh, well, as a musician, you know, and a singer, I like the best of African vocal songs. And so I learned that. I can't even remember where I learned it, but Nacho yana cheka. Moyo unalia, macho yanacheka, moyo unali. I just love that song.
That song is awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Very classic.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And today you've been talking about, you've been encouraging about Tanzanian artists to just focus on this local music, you know, and upgrade this music to the world market. Tell us a little bit about it, because so many of our artists here in Tanzania, they've been inspired by the music outside Tanzania. Maybe you can say Nigeria and other countries.
DRC.
Yes, DRC. Tell us about it a little bit.
Well, I believe that the most powerful music and signature is when it comes from something completely unique and that represents something that from your neighborhood. I mean, American rap, that started out of the neighborhoods in Brooklyn, New York. Mm-hmm. There was nothing special about those neighborhoods. But it was an organic thing, and people felt the need to express themselves in music. I feel like that is what Tanzania should do. I think, and my conversation with Sho, she also said the same thing, that she started just to try to make a local group of people enjoy her music. And because she made a lot of sense there, because she says nowadays with YouTube, Americans, for example, you know, Beyonce and her management team and other very, very powerful music people are looking always for fresh ideas. And it's easy for them to just get on YouTube, swipe, you know, look. They see something, but that thing has to be bubbling and boiling from where it is.
And something new.
Something new for them, but something that they say, oh, look at, this is so popular there.
Yeah.
We want a little bit of that. Not this one person sitting there trying to sing to please, you know, who they think is watching. So I think that is the key. I mean, you know, I was telling Show before, there is no real recipe.
Yeah.
If there was, then everyone would be famous. If there was a recipe for love, we would all be happily married. Or, you know, happily with someone. There is not a recipe for these things. So it takes a charismatic person, you know, it takes a certain amount of magic.
Yeah.
So you can't create it in a kitchen. But I think it's important to really believe in your own roots and try to be creative with that and grow from there.
So, do you believe in language barrier?
A little bit. But even in the United States, where Afrobeats is really gaining a lot of ground, Americans don't understand Nigerian English. So we don't even understand probably 3/4 of what they're singing. It's only 1 or 2 words that maybe make the hook of the song that people can understand. Like, calm down, calm down. Okay, we understand that, but the rest of what he sings...
Yeah, it's pidgin.
Yeah, and then there's lo, 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 lo. Everybody can sing that. So in some ways, I think the language barrier can be transcended by perhaps not using many words in a song. Or singing some key phrases in English and then a little bit in Swahili, but something that the American listener can grab onto and repeat. Because the best song is something that you can sing back. So if it's all in Swahili, you can't sing back to it. Unless it's something simple.
So at least our artists, maybe they can put some words related to the certain community, you know?
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And then a lot of la 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 le le le.
You said something very bitter to swallow there, that the most dominant African music in America is Afrobeats.
It's true.
And we are not eating any piece of the cake there.
That's
from
too
East
bad.
Africa. That's too bad.
It is.
What should we do now?
Well, collaborations are important. You have diamond platinums. And who else do you have here that
Harmonize,
Alikiba.
Yeah.
So those guys should, I don't know if they're doing collaborations, but they should, because they're the leaders right now, and they can open the door for others if they collaborate with American musicians. And got to have just a style that makes Americans go, oh, look at that vibe. In this place called Tanzania. What? So you got to create your own vibe, not an Afrobeats vibe. That's got its own thing. I think that's how.
Why do you think Americans love Rema, Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy?
Well, I think America has a closer relationship, even though it's very tortured, with the whole slave trade. So we've had West Africans in our region for centuries now. So there is a sort of connection there. East Africa, you guys are connected to a different part of the world. A whole different. You have your own orbit, and it's not really in ours historically. I think that's part of it. Also, those Davidos and them, Davido is American. He's a first-generation American. So he's had a lot more opportunity and time to build relationships with American musicians. So I think it's kind of a mixture of those things. But it doesn't mean that it's destined to be forever. We got to get...
Do you think we will have a chance some days?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, Shoma, just today, she was saying, and you seem to agree on what she was saying, like, America is not a world market of music, you know? Because it's not allowing other sound maybe to penetrate there, and it's just only Afrobeat, I can say, and some few other genre of music are doing great in America. Why do you think is that?
Well, I think it's kind of what we said already.
Okay.
I think it's the language, connections, historical connections. I don't know. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I already answered.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Lastly, Hitha, what do you think conference like Access is beneficial to East African artists? Because you can see you haven't seen many artists here. They are not, coming to listen to what is been talked about here. Why do you think Access is important to our music?
Well, it's invigorating, number one.
Yeah.
And, I was just speaking randomly at the hotel where I'm staying 2 nights ago to 2 South African bankers. And they were saying banking, the future of banking in Africa is in Tanzania.
Wow.
They were here for that. And I thought, well, that shows a lot of promise.
Yes.
So Tanzania, financially, if you have promise, and you have a beautiful, rich, vibrant culture, then there's no way to go but up. And I think Access, being here, energizes people. It allows you to meet other successful and striving artists, industry people. There's everything you need here to move forward and try to make something if you're an artist. You can talk to a business professional, you can talk to a marketing professional, you can talk to cultural, music professionals, and fellow artists, and then journalists like us who can tell you what we think, why do we play certain music, what are the trends. And so it's incredibly valuable, and I'm glad this is the 2nd year here. So there's no excuse for Tanzania in the next year or 2 to come out with some major top international global music icons. No excuse.
Looking forward to that. And we do our best. Thank you, Hitha.
Thank you.
It was awesome having you here.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Attention! Your potential customers are watching this video. Don't miss out on the opportunity to reach them. Advertise your business alongside their favorite content and convert them into loyal customers. Contact us now at info@snstz.com or WhatsApp 0659250389 to amplify your brand to the SNS family.